Hello everyone, this is Eric here, and I'm coming here with a video of me using my brand new Yiynova DP10 LCD Tablet. It's kind of like the Wacom Cintiq, but it's a lot cheaper. It's like $300 on Amazon compared to the Wacom, which is like $1,000 or so for the smallest one. It's a 10-inch model. The screen is about the same size as say like a normal small tablet. So it's not that big of a screen, but it's still very awesome. And basically what you're seeing here in the background is just me drawing a picture in Manga Studio 4. This was the second drawing I've done in this program. I'm just trying to get used to the program and trying to get used to it and just trying to get the feel of it. And what I did was I had a sketch layer which is in red. It was in blue originally, but as you saw, I turned it red, and now I'm just sketching over top of it some anatomy. I take this one all the way to inks. I don't really make a well-designed thing. By well-designed, I mean like I don't really come up with a cool design for his clothing or anything. I think I just give him, right here, I think I just give him like a pair of underwear and that's it. But this is more or less just practice, and the anatomy is a little messed up on the legs. But it was just, I haven't drawn in so long that I kind of forgot how to draw anatomy properly, so please excuse that. But I just want to talk about the tablet, I guess. The tablet is basically just going to allow me to start doing things digitally now, and it's really going to help the process of doing things digitally much better. And I'm going to try and do as much as I can on the computer now so that I can record drawing videos whenever I want without having to set up the computer and try to figure all that stuff out. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had to yawn. Sorry about that. Oh man, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm just kind of like sleepy. The tablet is really cool. It works just like the Cintiq in many ways, where when you draw on it, you're just kind of drawing on it. I mean, you're drawing right on the screen. It works as a second monitor. The cool thing that I really love about it is it's not, it doesn't plug in through VGA cord or any usual cords. It literally plugs in through USB for both power and as the monitor hookup. It's one USB cord that splits at the end into two, so it takes up two slots. If you do get it, you have to uninstall any Wacom drivers. So if you have any Wacom drivers for like a Bamboo tablet or the Cintiq, you would have to get rid of the drivers in order for this to work, because it just has compatibility issues with those drivers being on at the same time. The pressure sensitivity is fine. I've had no trouble with that. You do have to calibrate it a little bit and kind of mess with if you're on Windows 7 especially, mess with the screen alignment. Like when you open up the display or resolution thing and you have two monitors, you notice that you can move them within orientations of each other. Sometimes you'll have to adjust that from for the second monitor, so that when you move the pen, the cursor is right underneath the pen. For some reason, it's having issues. Maybe it's just my computer with some of my drivers, or maybe I need to do some updates or something, but it was just having some troubles there. As you see here, I'm just editing things and trying to make things look right. It was like looking wonky, so I had to fix stuff constantly. But I got it kind of okay. There's just a lot of anatomy issues, but I'm still getting used to the tablet, so my anatomy's not as good as it used to be, since I haven't drawn in so long. So please excuse that. But I enjoy the tablet. It works fine. As you can see here, I'm not having any issues drawing. I'm sketching. Like, this is just sketching still. I'm having no problem doing it on this tablet. I'm still having some issues just getting used to it because, as you can see here, I'm having trouble getting the lines to line up the way I want or to go the way I want. But it's nothing that, oh my god, I'm tired. It's nothing that a little bit of practice and just some long hours working on it won't fix. Especially here with eyes, because I'm very picky with the way I draw eyes. So this is going to take some getting used to the way I draw eyes and all. But, as you can see here, I'm just adjusting the sizes a bit, and I was having some computer issues there. I'm adjusting the size so that it's bigger, so I can sketch a little better, and so I can adjust things a little easier. The screen resolution is a little wonky. That's why even though this is 720, it looks a little blurry if you go to full screen with this video, because it's, as you can see up in the top corner, the top left corner, it's telling you how big the screen is. It's 1024 by 600. That is not adjustable for some reason. I don't know why. I can't adjust it, but I guess that's just the aspect ratio of that monitor on the thing. So I guess it just doesn't like to be adjusted. I have no problem with it. I don't need tons of fancy options and tons of fancy stuff. I just need it to work and do what I want it to do. And that's all I really needed. So it was working for me. And here I'm getting ready to go into the inking phase. I think I just kind of... Yeah, I was looking at it to make sure it was right on both sides. And as you can see here, the arm is wonky. It was a little longer than it should have been. So I had to adjust that to make it line up with the other arm. Because you also got to remember that it's kind of pulled back a little bit. So it's not going to be on perfect level with the other arm. But measurement-wise, it looks about the same. And here, I kept having trouble with that. I was like, nope, just go over. Oh, there we go. I had to adjust the body because it was slightly off tilt and kind of on an awkward angle. So I just had to adjust that. But I think the pose looks decent enough for what I was doing. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is about the tablet. It's nope, now I'm inking. There we go. You can see up at the top it started re-recording. I stopped recording and it started recording the inking phase. So here we go. Inking. Inking is actually pretty easy with this thing. It still takes a little getting used to for the way I ink. But as you can see here, I'm doing things fairly quickly. I mean, I know this is sped up 4 times speed, but it's still going. That's another feature, what I just did right there, the rotating. That's something that I really missed with a regular hand tablet, was rotating the page and visibly seeing the page rotate, because I rotate a lot. So I love that Manga Studio has the ability to rotate. And by letting me do that, it gives me the feel that I've rotated the whole paper while I'm still looking at it. So that was something I really enjoyed about it. I went with very simple eyes here just because I didn't really want to... I can go into some fancy ass eyes, but I didn't feel like it. Sure. Here I'm just doing the mouth. I'm trying to make it look like he has gritting his teeth. And here I was trying to make it look like he had you could see the gums, darkness for the gums, but then I looked at it and I was like, that looks stupid. So I just got rid of them and left the 2 indent lines. If I was doing a One Piece style face, then maybe I would draw the gums, but this isn't that, so I'm not doing that. And here I work on the arms and shoulders and all. Style-wise, if you were to look at my style, you can see a lot of influence of both American comics and manga, mostly with the Dragon Ball Z influence of kind of my muscular, the way the muscles are. But you can also see the influence of manga and Japanese culture and all that stuff. But anyway, I highly recommend this tablet. It's got buttons on it. As you can see, whenever I zoom in and zoom out, I'm using the buttons. It's got zoom buttons. It's got these 2 arrow buttons. Whenever I press them, whenever I'm in Manga Studio, it seems to alter which form of the tool I'm using. If I'm using the pen tool, I'm using the Maru brush. If I hit the up arrow button on the thing, it changes to whatever the next brush is above the mirror brush, and if I hit the down key, it goes to the next one below the mirror brush. You know, it just adjusts which one. And it'll do that with any of the tools that have an arrow next to them. Like you can choose fill bucket, or you can use the gradient bucket or something like that. It just changes what it does. So it's an easy way to switch between brushes if you want to quickly switch to them. It's really nice. It also has brightness buttons, so you can change the brightness. It has a switch to turn it on and off. So if you don't want it on, you can just turn it right off, and so you can have it off, so it's not just sitting there heating up while you're using it. Because it does have a little bit of heat, but not much. It's no different than your monitor, and it's pretty thin. It's very thin. That's why I like it. It even has a little stand on the back, like not a stand, but it has a little part on the back that makes kind of a pyramid stand, so it kind of sits up if you want it at an angle. So if you want to draw that way. But I just draw it straight down. That way I look down as if I was drawing a paper. Mostly because my desk isn't high enough for me to really use the angle with the way my chair is. That's all I really say about it. I mean, I really recommend it for people who are on a budget. It's just a great tool. It's a great tablet. It works fine. As you can see here, I'm not having any too many real issues with it. Most of the things I'm doing here, you can see that I'm having maybe some issues with Manga Studio itself, just getting a right angle and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And I know there's a lot wrong with the anatomy on this, but like I said, I'm just still getting used to this tablet and just trying to get to the point where I can sketch again, and I haven't drawn in a while, so I'm just trying to get myself back into doing things. So here I'm just doing the hand. I'm just doing a very basic knuckle structure there. Nothing fancy. Here I paused for a second because I was looking at my own fist from that angle, and I noticed that there was a little curve there on my hand, so I just wanted to put that in there. So, yeah, that's basically it. I kind of just said screw it with the feet. I didn't really want to bother with it. So that's why I didn't put feet there, and now I'm just trying to fill in some black areas. I'm just like, frick, I gotta close all the gaps and make sure it's all right. This is definitely from my manga influence of when you just fill things with black. Man. And here I go filling in more stuff, and I think here I actually work on the eyes just to kind of do a simple eye design. Nothing fancy, and then I use the marker brush to kind of make two dots for the iris, the pupil, whatever, for the black part of your eye. Oh, and here's where more fun begins. This is where I start filling. That's one thing. You saw me use that little green bit you saw. That is the line join tool, which never seems to work. I don't know if I need to have vector layer turned on or something. Like, I don't know if this has to be a vector or something to make that work, but it just never seems to close gaps. So I have to go in here manually and close gaps. I think I forgot to draw the ear. Yeah, I forgot to fill in the ear detail. I just noticed that. The whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, am I going to fill in the ear? But I guess I never did, so that's the end here. I'm just getting ready to sign my name. This is kind of the way I sign, so thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Later.